Imagine this. Bill Gates' daughter Phoebe Gates co-founds a shopping app called Phia with Sophia Kiani. The pitch is simple. Help people buy smarter, compare prices, find better deals, and apply coupon codes at checkout. Celebrities want in. Top investors want in. Big names in tech and fashion line up fast because the product looks like the future of shopping and because the founder is Bill Gates' daughter. Phia raised about $43.5 million at a valuation near $185 million. From the outside, it looks like a perfect success story. Almost nobody knew that behind the scenes, a scam was running, a stealing machine quietly collecting money. So here's the big question. How did Bill Gates' daughter's shopping app allegedly become that stealing machine? Let's start with the company everyone was cheering for. The product is called Phia. Official name, Phia. Some people say it like F-I-A, but the brand is Phia. It was co-founded by Phoebe Gates, yes, Bill and Melinda's daughter, and Sophia Kiani. They met as roommates at Stanford. They bonded over fashion, over shopping chaos, over the feeling that online retail was broken. Then they took a generative AI entrepreneurship class together and turned a class project into a company. Their pitch sounded almost too clean. Phia would sit in your Chrome browser and later on your phone like a personal shopper that never sleeps. You look at a jacket, Phia checks prices across a huge catalog of retailers. It hunts coupons. It points you to cheaper or second-hand options. It promises you will not overpay. Save money, find better deals, get a personalized feed of stuff that matches your taste. That was the story. Silicon Valley loved it. Shoppers loved it. And for a while, the internet loved it too. Phia launched around spring 2025. Within months, it looked less like a dorm room experiment and more like a rocket. Reporting put users and downloads in the ballpark of 1 to 1.5 million. Brand partners climbed into the thousands. The founders built in public, ran a podcast, and turned founder marketing into a growth engine. Then came the money. Seed funding landed around $8 million, with heavyweight names like Kleiner Perkins in the mix. Celebrity checks followed. Hailey Bieber, Kris Jenner, Sarah Blakely, Sheryl Sandberg. Later, the star list got even louder. Khloe Kardashian, Sydney Sweeney, and a stack of other tastemakers. Venture firms Notable Capital and Khosla Ventures joined the party. By early 2026, Phia had raised a Series A of about $35 to $35.5 million. Total funding climbed to roughly $43.5 million. The valuation sat near $185 million. For a shopping extension barely into its second year, that is not normal. That is celebrity startup gravity. And look at the optics. When your cap table looks like a red carpet, trust arrives early. People assume the product is polished. People assume the adults in the room already checked the engine. That celebrity halo can hide hard questions for a long time. So how did Phia say it made money? At a high level, the model was familiar. Help shoppers find deals. When someone buys through Phia, affiliates and networks may pay a commission. Nothing exotic there. Affiliate marketing is how a huge chunk of the shopping internet gets paid. Publishers, coupon sites, review sites, they recommend a product, you buy, they earn a cut. Phia framed itself as the AI layer on top of that world, the friendly helper at checkout, the tool that made shopping fun again. But even before the scandal headlines, some observers wondered about the burn. Fast growth, fancy valuation, heavy marketing, a small team racing to become the default shopping agent. Soft question, but a real one. Was the business model as clean as the branding? Still, from the outside, Phia looked like a win. Young founders, Stanford origin story, fashion credibility, a Chrome extension people actually installed, a mobile app people actually used, media coverage that treated it like the future of retail. Time named it among the year's best inventions. But that is not the full story. Here's where it gets crazy. In July 2026, Bloomberg published an investigation into Phia's browser extension. Independent researcher Ben Edelman dug into the behavior too, publishing a detailed technical analysis on his site. Capital One Shopping, a competitor, reportedly reached similar conclusions. The claim was not that Phia emptied shoppers' bank accounts. The claim was darker, that Phia allegedly ran like a stealing machine, quietly collecting money it may not have earned, while the public still saw a helpful shopping app. Then the industry moved. Impact.com, a major affiliate platform, said it suspended Phia's account after identifying extension behavior inconsistent with platform policies. It said it was reviewing potentially impacted transactions and working with the company on next steps. Phia strongly disagreed with the worst framing. A company spokesperson told Bloomberg that a recent release caused misattributions for a subset of users, that the team worked overnight once notified, and that the issue was resolved. Phia called it a bug. Bloomberg later retested and said the automatic referral claiming had stopped in the cases where it previously appeared. But wait, what was actually happening? Now we get to the scam side of the story, and this is where it finally makes sense. Affiliate networks usually pay on last-click attribution, meaning the last approved affiliate cookie before checkout often wins the commission. If you clicked a Wirecutter review or another publisher's link, that publisher may deserve the credit. If something else overwrites the cookie right before you pay, the credit can jump. According to Bloomberg's testing across more than 50 retail sites, and according to Edelman's code review and hands-on tests, Phia's extension allegedly opened a background tab during checkout without a meaningful user click and loaded its own affiliate referral. That forced cookie could overwrite another publisher's credit. In plain English, the shopping helper may have been jumping the line. Edelman pointed to a feature flag he said was named Enable Coupon Autodrop. When active, he argued, it could automatically invoke affiliate links, especially around cart and checkout. He reported the feature first shipped in an app release dated December 13, 2025. He also said the behavior looked intentional, not accidental, because building and shipping an auto drop of affiliate tracking is hard to square with a random glitch. Other networks' terms also prohibit cookie stuffing and forced clicks. One more thing. If this sounds familiar, it's because the Honey browser extension saga taught millions of people the same lesson. A free coupon tool can still create messy fights over who earned the sale. Honey faces ongoing litigation over related affiliate practices. Phia's case is different in the details, and no conviction has been reported here. But the educational parallel is useful. When software sits between you and checkout, attribution becomes power. What's next? There's no confirmed total for how much commission may have been wrongly claimed. Nobody has published a verified stolen dollar figure. The people most hurt if the allegations hold are likely affiliates and publishers who lost credit, not everyday shoppers who suddenly found charges on their carts. Consumers may not care because their package still arrives and their price may still look fine. Legal risk is commentary, not a charge sheet. Networks can claw back. Merchants can demand audits. Reputation damage can outrun any overnight fix. The red flags sit right there in the ending. Silent behavior at checkout. Credit jumping without a clear click. A company story that calls it a bug while an independent researcher calls the design intentional. And a celebrity-funded rocket ship that scaled faster than scrutiny. So yes, Bill Gates' daughter helped build a $43 million shopping machine. The rise was real. The investigation is real. The company says it fixed a mistake. Critics say the machine was taking credit it didn't earn. You decide what that means for the next shiny helper that promises you to save you money. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel.